Is this going to be the next 27-inch iMac? Maybe, and it may already be here.
Seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.
All right, if you watch my channel and you know a lot about me, you're going to know that my favorite system of all time is it's sitting over there. It's a 2017 5K, basically 27-inch iMac, the base model. It was about $1,800 when I bought it. My favorite system, I have a lot of different Macs. You can see I have one sitting right here. That's the M1. I like the other one better over there because of that screen, because of content, just watching content on it, all those type of things. So I want to set the video up there. That's my favorite system. So I want to know, is the replacement coming out? Now you're going to be confused because I made a video maybe 2 videos ago. I'll put it right here. You can see just the kind of the homepage. Go ahead and watch that. But long story short is I don't think the new base model, I don't think they're ever going to make a base model 27-inch iMac 5K. It just competes too much with some of their other systems. So you're going to be asking yourself, then what's this video about? Is there a new iMac or is there not a new iMac coming out, the 27-inch 5K, the base model? Well, again, I don't think it's coming out, but I think it's already here, and I'm going to explain that. Let's get into the video. I mean, what are we going to do if it doesn't? What are we going to do without our beloved iMac? I can't believe it. All right. But let's talk about it because I think we already have one. All right, so let me know what you think about this idea. I think it's going to help some people, and it opened my eyes basically. I didn't really think this way before. So let's just assume that if they were to come out with a brand new 2023, base model iMac 27-inch 5K, it would have to start at least $2,000. I think we can agree with that, right? I think it would probably be more, but let's just say $2,000. That's the magic price for me. I need a base model. $2,000, I'll buy it. If it's going to be $3,000 or $4,000, I'm not in, right? So that's the magic here. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you a way to do this right now, and you're going to get basically the exact same specs and even really a nice. It would have been a nice iMac 27-inch for about $2,000, right around there. And actually, I think it's actually slightly less. And then if you want to bump it up a little bit, I'm going to show you how to get another 27-inch, basically iMac, right, for about $2,200 with a little bit of upgraded specs. And then if you want to go way out where it's going to do everything for you, it's going to be kind of a powerhouse, you're only going to have to spend about $2,700. Now, how do we do this? In comes the Apple Refurbished store, and I'm going to show you here. So stay tuned. I know everyone's thinking like this is going to not be new stuff. There's some big deals on Apple Refurbished right now that makes this all possible, and I'm going to show you this. And I hope I don't ruin it for myself because I want to pick one up myself. So we're going to get into this with the Apple Refurbished store. It's going to make a lot of sense here. Stay tuned. I'm going to crunch the numbers and show you. It might open your eyes too. I'm not as sad now about the 27-inch possibly not coming back because I finally realized this actually might be a little bit better. Look at this. So on Apple's Refurbished store right now, they're selling the Studio Display, right? That's going to be a 27-inch panel, just like that, 27-inch iMac, right? And probably a better panel. Right here, they have it $240 off. $240 off. It's only $13.59 right now on Apple Refurbished. And those things, like I showed you in one of my videos way back when I bought a refurbished iMac sitting right here, that basically is like brand new. In fact, I think they are new actually. They just sell them for a discount. So long story short, this is an incredible deal. Look at this thing. It comes with the tilt adjustable stand, the standard glass on it, $13.59. So it's still expensive, right? But let's keep going. I'm going to show you exactly how this is all going to make sense. At least at $13.59, not $1,600, it doesn't feel like Apple's constantly kicking you in the... You know what I mean, right? But basically, you understand that at least this has got a little bit more stomach to it. So this is a good deal though, actually. And I hope people don't buy them up because it's going to make me sad if I can't get one. In fact, what did I do with my epic YouTube channel that reaches billions of people? I don't think I'm going to be able to get one now. I'm actually even sadder now. All right, so how do we make this into an iMac? $13.50 something, whatever. Obviously, in comes the M2 Mac Mini, right? So right now you can pick up one for $599 and maybe $499 if you're a student. $599 though, that comes with 8 cores CPU, 10 core GPU, 8 gigs of RAM, 256 gigabyte SSD. That would be just like a base model iMac, right? So you add that into the mix, and let's just crunch some numbers here. So we got $599 for basically the Mac Mini, and then basically $13.59 for that beautiful display, right? Now you're at $19.58. It hits my $2,000 price point. You're under $2,000. Now you have basically the exact same thing as an iMac that would be a base model. You have the beautiful screen, and you actually have a beautiful computer that's super fast with the M2, the base model. Now, obviously, if you can get it for a student discount, you can even get that for 18 something, which brings us back to like 2017 pricing. And actually, this is even better, right? So if you think about it, and this is what I had to come around to. Now, granted, I don't have my beloved iMac. I wish it does come back because it's one of those things it was just the iconic iMac for me when I grew up and stuff. I didn't mean grew up, I guess. I was pretty old at the time, but anyways, I just loved it. So I want it to come back. I'm not saying that, but when I think about this, obviously, I'm getting a great screen, obviously, and I'm getting great speakers on it, but then I'm getting this extra computer, and I can always obviously change that out. With iMacs, you can't do that. You have what you have to sell them. They have good resale value, but with this system, obviously, I can change out the Mac Mini whenever I want to. Whenever something better comes out, the M3, the M4 Mac Mini, I have the same screen, and I can basically just change that out. So my next iteration is going to be a lot cheaper to upgrade. So when I started thinking about that, it makes a lot of sense actually, and I'm starting to come around. All right, so if you're someone that says, well, that's not even enough, 256 and 8 gigs of RAM, well, listen, you can do a lot of things with this. So if we go up to the next model, it's $799 here. Comes with basically, well, I can show you here, but it's going to basically come with 16 gigs of RAM and a 256 gig hard drive. You can use external storage for the rest of it. You're basically at $799 plus $1,359, right? That comes out to $2,158. Basically, not even $2,200, and you're getting 16 gigs of RAM now on that base model iMac. That's basically going to be with a great screen that you can continue to use over and over again. And then finally, you're saying, well, I need even more storage. Even then, you add another $200. You're basically only at $1,358 now for having a system that's basically going to be an iMac, right? That's got 16 gigs of RAM and 512 gigabytes of SSD. So if you think about it, this is actually going to be cheaper. So if Apple actually came out with that system on a new 27-inch iMac, that's probably going to be closer to $3,000 with 16 gigs of RAM and an upgraded SSD drive, not just the base model. So here we are talking about $2,400 for getting 16 gigs of RAM, 512, and a 27-inch iMac that you can take out the computer, put a new one in. This is actually thinking a lot more sense to me. So let's wrap this up. This is really important though. So I think if today, let's say Apple came out and said, we're coming out with a 27-inch iMac with these specs for $2,000 or under $2,000, all the way up to $2,400, you can get all this kind of stuff, all this cool stuff. You would be ecstatic, right? You'd be jumping, you'd be dancing, you'd be doing whatever you can because you love the iMac. But here we have it in front of us already. It's here right now. We can pick it up. It's actually better, I think, and I'm starting to realize that finally. So in the end, I think this is super important. And then not only that, let's just compare it to some other systems you can get. So if you're going to spend $2,000, right, you can basically you won't even have the screen included, right? And you can get a Mac Studio for $2,000, but that's basically going to be, just the computer, and then you're going to have to spend another $1,500-$1,600 on the monitor. So that's way more. If you're looking at a 14-inch, basically, MacBook Pro, those usually start about $1,999. That's $2,000. Here you're getting the awesome screen plus an awesome computer that can be changed out for the same cost. So this actually could potentially be the best Apple deal of all time if you think about it, and it's right in front of us right now. The Apple Refurbished store made it happen, and I'm showing you, but I hope I can get in there and get my own copy of it before it sells out. All right, so in the end, I just want to say I hope this content makes a little bit of sense to you. And like I said, it was right in front of me. I didn't even realize it. So hope you guys can watch my videos. I make a ton of videos. I think I make 2 or 3, 4 a week or something. So watch my channel. I have hundreds of them. And if you can click the like button and support me, that would totally help out. So we'll talk to everybody soon. Peace.